answer. So yes, is there a return to value in improving productivity? Absolutely. I don't have to reach out to my legal team or my marketing team or my engineering team to get all the answers anymore. I don't have to wait for them to come back to me. I can get a start on it. And so it does improve my productivity, but it also helps me think bigger. And I think if you think about that at scale, what customers and our partner ecosystem is doing, I think it's driving innovation and allowing more people who might never have tapped into an idea or tapped into a certain approach. It's going to expand that a great deal. And I really hope that we are able to, in a sense, quantify that. I don't know if you can do that in 90 days or even, after a year, but there is something really exciting happening about innovation.
In this episode of Petri Dish, I'm talking to Wendy Stusrud, who's Vice President of Worldwide Channel Sales at DDN. Wendy and I talk about how DDN is supporting large-scale AI projects, including chatbots and copilots, and what makes for a successful project, including how to make them fast, secure, and have a positive impact on return on investment and user experience. I hope you enjoy the conversation. Hi, Wendy. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you, Russell. It's a pleasure to be here. Really, it's an honor. Thank you.
So could you tell us a little bit about your journey to DDN? Because as I understood, you joined DDN in 2025 from Pure Storage. So obviously DDN is kind of fundamentally a storage company, or that's its background. So I guess that was some kind of natural transition for you.
It's true. The thing that's so different about DDN really is that we are an AI-focused company. And that's really what prompted me to make this change and to join DDN about a year ago now, a little over a year. And one of the things that's so exciting is really building and changing how we go to market. And that's one of the things that has really inspired me, is how we are going through a transformation. Over the last 25 years, we've really been at the intersection of helping our customers drive results out of data. But now there's a change happening, and we all know what that change is, really, truly. It's all about AI. And that's why we are truly an AI-focused company. And that's what excited me most about coming to DDN. I'm here to build out our partner ecosystem and how we change how we engage with our partners and really help them capture the opportunity that AI is driving for all of us. We are sitting at the intersection of really the ambition for AI and the reality of what AI is driving. A lot of companies right now are talking about it. They're thinking about it. They're trying to figure out how to drive the outcomes out of it. But DDN, like I said, has been very quietly powering the most demanding workloads for over 25 years. So I think that puts us in a fantastic position for the future.
So a lot of people watching today are probably going to be heavily invested in things like whatever Azure is offering in the AI space, and Microsoft Copilot, for instance. So where does what DDN offers fit into that?
So DDN really doesn't position itself as an application level chatbot vendor. We provide the data platform, really the data backbone that makes copilots and chatbots enterprise ready. Our platform is purpose built to feed those AI assistants with the right data. And really securely, real-time, massive scale, whether it's RAG or model training or that high volume inference. It's our job to make sure that those AI assistants aren't starved for data. And that's a phrase you'll probably hear more often, is making sure that those models and the infrastructure isn't starved for data, because it's a very expensive, investment to create AI solutions. And if you're not fully leveraging them and fully optimizing them, then you're leaving money on the table and you're not going to get to those results that you want quickly. So our platform is really there to make sure that you have access to data quickly, securely, and without any bottlenecks. We are the data platform underneath those chatbots and copilots.
Yeah. So you talked a little bit about the return on investment is maybe something beyond productivity, and I've actually written on Petri this week also about that. And what do you think the opportunities that maybe not everybody is seeing with AI? Could you give us some examples of maybe the things that an organization might be able to do that they couldn't do before, or maybe they can do more efficiently with these kind of AI apps and solutions?
I think it's an interesting question because we're in business to deliver solutions. We want to make sure
Hmm.
we deliver success and we have success metrics. So it's very natural to sit back and say, well, we've invested in the solution. Now, where are the results? How do we measure the results? But I think in many cases, we haven't even thought about sort of the long-term results that we're going to see. It's not a 90-day solution. It's not a 120-day or even a 2-year solution. And I can speak from my own experience. Just when I use some of the co-pilots and the AI assistants, it's giving me ideas and opening up my brain and how I think about a problem. It's not just a straight black and white answer. So yes, is there a return to value in improving productivity? Absolutely. I don't have to reach out to my legal team or my marketing team or my
Hmm.
engineering team to get all the answers anymore. I don't have to wait
Hmm.
for them to come back to me. I can get a start on it. And so it does improve my productivity, but it also helps me think bigger. And I think if you think about that at scale, what customers and our partner ecosystem is doing, I think it's driving innovation and allowing more people who might never have tapped into an idea or
Hmm.
tapped into a certain approach. It's going to expand that a great deal. And I really hope that we are able to, in a sense, quantify that. I don't know if you can do that in 90 days or even, after a year, but
Hmm.
there is something really exciting happening about innovation. It's like I said, I have kids and I'm, talking to them about what I do and what they should be, thinking about for their future careers. And it's that innovation that is going to be down at I will say at the individual level now. It's not just the person that has studied over 40 years. They of course will continue to innovate, but think about the impact at the individual level now having so much access to data and solutions. It's going to be really exciting.
So I read recently that DDN commissioned a report where it says 65% of organizations say that their AI environments are too complex to manage. So is DDN able to help with that as well?
This is actually where the partner ecosystem helps. We are there side by side with our partners and helping our partners better understand how to consult with our customer base. It's the organizations that will succeed are the ones that are able to simplify and manage the complexity of their
Hmm.
data, where it resides, the ingress and egress fees necessary to access that data and train their models and then have inference solutions that can really deliver the outcomes they're looking for. And I think the important thing too to think about this isn't just a one-time solution. We need to embed these AI solutions so there's constant productivity, constant usage, and these solutions aren't starved for data because of a bottleneck. And this is where DDN, with our solution, our legacy solution, our 25-year-old solution, we've worked on the biggest and baddest problems that are out there with our customers and seen great success over a long term. We're trying to move that now into the enterprise AI world, where more customers can leverage our solution. Like I said, it's the data plane, it's the data platform,
Hmm.
making sure that that simplicity exists so that our customers can leverage the other technologies and access the data and get the results they're looking for. It's really, about the execution and removing the operational friction. So our partner
Hmm.
ecosystem is really helping to drive these with our customers.
Do you think that there are enough people with the right skills to implement these AI solutions at the moment? Or,
It's a great question. It's a great question. I don't know if there's a single answer out there. I ask this
Mhm.
question every single time when I visit with our partner ecosystem because we see particular organizations poaching talent and they're starting
Mhm.
to aggregate the talent. And I do think it's a problem not only for our partner ecosystem but for our customer base as well. And I think that's why they are leaning so hard and pivoting towards that the partner ecosystem because they don't have the talent within their own organization. And it's going to be interesting to see what happens with the workforce in this sense. But I do think there is a skills gap out there. And
Mhm.
those that understand how to deliver these solutions across multiple technologies within that
Mhm.
partner ecosystem, the different manufacturers, I think those that can tap into that talent and retain that talent are the ones that are going to be able to deliver the solutions quickly. It's
Mhm.
it's um it's an interesting environment, particularly because I think AI is creating some fear within the market about what's next. Am I going to have a
Mhm.
job? And yet
Mhm.
here we're talking about skills gap and not enough resources. So we have to
Mhm.
make sure that we're able to train our customers and train our partners and enable them to guide their customers. So it's on us. It's on us too to help within that enablement, framework to make sure they know what to do and how to coach their teams. And I think that's, again, to use that phrase, this is a team sport. We all need to be empowering and enabling our partner ecosystem and our customers to meet this new challenge and this shift in the market.
Let's talk about security and data governance for a minute, everybody's favorite subject. So obviously there's a lot of concern around security, data governance, with the cloud in general for some industry verticals, but in general, I would say maybe for AI at this stage. Again, is that something that you work with your partners to deal with that part, or is it something that DDN has a specific offering for?
So I would agree. This is something that everybody's talking about and figuring out how to solve this. And I think we'll continue to see the evolution of this answer and how customers and governments manage through this. It's not a black and white answer, but truthfully, you said it already. The security and the performance, you can't have one or the other. They have to work together. They have to coexist. We've embedded security directly into the data platform with features like real-time encryption, access controls, and auditability. And for regulated industries, this really ensures that the AI assistants can operate with that sensitive data without compromising compliance or trust. And the foundation, that data platform, really matters, because if it's not secure, nothing above it will be. Again, this is where our partner ecosystem can really help guide and be the thought leaders for their customers and help them better understand how to access that security and how to leverage it to get the results they want in a safe, reliable way.
Yeah, sure. Do you have any success stories that you're able to share of enterprises using, DDN's infrastructure for their AI projects?
Where we see customers with the greatest success is, when they deploy the AI assistants, they can move from minutes to even milliseconds in response time once those bottlenecks are removed. And in some cases, that can open up entirely new use cases with real-time analytics, fraud detection within the financial services industry, faster, time to drug discovery with our healthcare life sciences customers. In our interactive copilots, and really, they can improve the user engagement when they get fast results. When we see customers who have bottlenecks in their system when they've deployed copilots or AI assistants, if they're not getting the results quickly enough and they're not getting the outcomes they're looking for, they have a tendency to abandon them or not lean on them as much as they could, and really not getting or optimizing those solutions to drive that productivity and innovation they're looking for. So our customers really, when we talk about use cases and workflows, we see it in the financial services industry, the healthcare industry, higher ed, drug discovery, oil and gas solutions, where they have large data sets that they need to drive solutions and get outcomes and answers out of. So the success stories really are our long-standing customers that need to get access to that data and leverage it quickly to monetize it, really.
So how are you personally working with partners now to bring all these things, to fruition, to make them accessible and successful for customers?
Well, this is the exciting part of my job. I get to work with our partner ecosystem every day and pull them together to make sure we're aligned in driving these solutions, because it's more than just a single solution. We have to involve the ecosystem, like I said, to deliver the services, to be those thought leaders and consultancy services, and deliver a full stack solution so that the customer can put it into their entire infrastructure and get those results. We're creating incentives to help our partners jump into this with us so that we can deliver these things to our customers. Really, we're changing the way our partners engage with our customers when it comes to that data and access to that data. As long as they can see the value in that and making sure that they can communicate that with the customer, communicate, the solutions to the customer, we're seeing success that way. They can deliver outcomes much faster than they have been able to in the past.
So what excites you most of all right now about what you're doing on this kind of verge of, this was already an explosion, I suppose, of AI technology?
I think the thing that excites me most is that DDN is right in the middle of this AI transformation. We're going
Mhm.
from, like what we said, we're going from experiment to production. We're going from a thought process to reality. It's not just something that's going to happen in the future. We're seeing it now. And, with some of our partnerships in the industry with NVIDIA, we are seeing the actual execution of these ideas, these AI factories, leveraging the data to get to these results. It's not just a concept, it's in the future. We're right at the center watching it happen now. And it's moving so fast. That's the other
Mhm.
thing.
Mhm.
You and I could come back and look at this a year from now, even 6 months from now, and we might have different responses to these answers. But I
Mhm.
think that the speed of innovation, the speed of delivery is unbelievable. I don't think the industry has seen anything like it in a very, very long time, at
Mhm.
least in
Mhm.
my experience. But
Mhm.
it's becoming core to the business. It's no longer an experiment that's being handled by someone out in the field. This is becoming core to how they are going to deliver future results to their customers. Our customers are going to deliver to their customers.
Mhm.
And it's
Mhm.
no longer, like I said, just an experiment in the lab somewhere. This is driving results. Now, the question is, how quickly can they get to the results, like we talked about? But
Mhm.
really, this isn't happening in isolation anymore. It's happening when the customers and the partners and the platforms all come together with, true alignment. And I think it's really exciting. It's going to be
Mhm.
interesting to see where it goes and how we can all do it together.
Yeah. And I think, a lot of people who are using AI in their everyday work, maybe Copilot, for instance, I would,
Mhm.
bet that many of them don't even or aren't even aware of the things that Copilot can actually do. Things, relatively
So
simple
true.
things like, I don't know, triaging your email and the kind of skills that
Mhm.
Copilot might have in Outlook, for instance, because it's not necessarily obvious if you don't know that it can actually, summarize unread emails, flag an email, draft an email. It doesn't jump out necessarily as, oh, well, maybe it can actually do
I think
those
you're spot
things.
on. I think you're spot on. And I think that's one of those things too about adoption. The adoption feels, and this is just my own personal experience, the adoption feels stiff sometimes in that
Hmm.
I know I need to use this tool or this assistant to go do some work, but maybe, as you said, I don't even know the depth with which it can help me or my teammates or the
Hmm.
industry. And that's kind of where we think of it as an outside or isolated solution. It will be more embedded in everything that we do. 2 years
Hmm.
out, I can even see in a year we could get there. So I think that's where we don't know all of the things. And that's actually comes back to us. How do we enable our partners and our customers to better utilize the solutions that they have right at their fingertips?
Hmm. Hmm. Exactly. Okay, well, thank you very much, Wendy, for your insight. That was really interesting conversation. I hope that you'll come back in 2 years' time and we'll see whether your predictions came true, or whether we'll all be living
Let's
on a
do that right
different
now,
planet by that
Russell.
point.
Russell, it's been great. Thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate the opportunity to talk to you today.
Thank you very much, and I hope you enjoyed the conversation with Wendy. But that's it for today, and we'll see you next time.